Come back from that break. We still have a lot of time. And my colleague here, Ehis, is here. And I think we will be able to look at the stories. And on the blueprint, it says 2027 defection to APC won't guarantee. Hmm, hmm. He said won't guarantee victory for Enugu Bayelsa governors, according to the CUPP coalition of United Political Parties. Is the one saying that the General Secretary Coalition for United Political Parties CUPP High Chief Peter Ame has stated that the Enugu and Bayelsa state governorship election will not be a walkover for the All Progressive Congress. The CUPP chieftain who stated this in a statement Thursday noted that he was not surprised at the defection of the two state governors to the APC. Elections in the two states won't be a walkover for Enugu and Bayelsa state governors and any other. As someone who has closely observed Nigerian political evolution, I am not surprised at the defection of Enugu and Bayelsa state governors and the alleged plan and speculation surrounding defection of others to the All Progressive Congress. What surprised me, however, is how many of our political elites still believe that joining the ruling party is the only way to political survival, and this is due to their refusal to genuinely work for the people. The hard truth is that defection can save a leader who has lost touch with his people. The 2023 elections marked a turning point in Nigeria's democratic awakening across the country. Voters defied intimidation and rejected political manipulation. One of the most striking examples was in Southern Kaduna constituency, where an Okada rider defeated established politician to win the seat in the House of Representatives. A powerful message that Nigerians are now guided by conscience and not party labels. You have seen Peter Ahmed making this statement that the camping of Mba, the governor of Enugu State, you will say, and also that of Bayelsa State. You begin to ask, by of all people, Bayelsa and Enugu State, traditional PDP state, and you begin to ask yourself, what is the problem with governor? Are they scared of losing their seat? The relevance of the political space. But can we now compare these governors that are jumping ship? Can we now say that all their effort, why they were PDP governors, they did not do anything? They just suddenly discover the light in the APC, and they just felt that this is the platform where I can maybe come out and showcase the challenges in the PDP. But subsequently, I just hope that with what is happening, according to CUPP chairman chieftain, he has stated that the 2027 election, they saw what happened in 2023, where an Okada rider was able to win a big politician in Kaduna State, that most likely same thing might happen. Anyway, he is here, but let's know if he's on the side of this particular man. He's
Good morning, Ben. Good morning, everyone.
welcome.
And talking about what is happening in the country right now, see, it's a very, very unpleasant situation for ourselves. When we see the opposition party or people that ought to be major voices or stakeholders in the opposition party joining the ruling party against all odds, it doesn't speak well at all for our politics or our democracy, as the case may be. Yes, we've seen how the strength of the PDP. Yes, so I know some person say that's not true. We know ourselves. We've argued about this before. Some of the callers who are staunch or strong PDP members said that actually the reverse is going to be the case. But right now, see what is happening. But I must tell you, it is reducing the strength of the PDP. You cannot take that away. Losing two of your governors within 3-4 days, that doesn't speak well. In fact, I heard rumors that one of the governors or one of them it was due to NYC certificate. They used that one to lure him, like, okay, if your NYC certificate has one or two. So, but nevertheless, the person is not strong enough. But you can see what the governor of Enugu State came out to say. He said that he wants to connect the state with central. And that's one of the things Wiki has been speaking about. Remember when he went to Akwa Ibom State, your state, and he was saying, now kudos to the governor, Governor Eno, for joining the APC. We all know he was also in the PDP, talking about Governor Eno, Pastor Governor. I would like put it down.
Merciful that pastor.
Governor Pastor Eno. He's not a pastor. I want to deny his title again. He's a pastor. So
He is a
yeah,
pastor.
exactly. So how he defected to the APC, and Wike came out and said he did a very great job and was congratulating, telling him that you can see the dividends of joining the APC, which is the ruling party that connects from the federal to the state, and look at the benefits. So others probably they've looked at it and say it's not far from the truth. But for me, the Enugu state governor has been pretty well. I don't see why he should be leaving his party to the APC. He has done great things as a PDP governor. In fact, some persons may say probably it was the blueprint of the PDP he worked with. Some persons may say that because we saw how he did it well. But moving to the APC, we are watching to see what he's going to do. Because most of the times, you see people who leave, especially during the last administration, that left the PDP and joined the APC, they became an opposite of themselves. They started very well, and it ended. The end was not something to write home about. So I just feel like it's going to work out for him. But we all know, just like you made mention, all this is towards 2027 COP saying that joining the APC does not justify their coming back again. For Umba, yes, David. I don't think David is coming. Is he? I think this ought to be his the Bayelsa State governor.
Second term now.
Yeah, I think it's second term. So for me, I don't know the reason why he chose to join the APC, because of if you have nothing to in terms of you're not contesting again and all that. So, but probably will follow the line of Wiki saying all state governors should connect to the federal by joining the APC and all that. Probably that's the reason. But a lot of persons, by instance, will tell you that the governor have not done so well. Why some will tell you that the governor have done so well. So it depends on the divide they belong to. But for me, I don't see the strong reason behind Diri joining. Even both of them, I don't see the reason. Except for Mumbai, you understand to elect you. Okay, maybe he's seeking re-election. Looking at what is happening right now, they try to make you okay. If you don't join us, your coming back is not certain and all that. So for the public, for the general public, it's not a good one, I would say.
Well, it's not a good one because some of the deeper issues when you look at him back joining the APC, you will have the likes of former Senate President Ken Namani there, Sullivan Chime, who must have an APC member who must have been discussing with him and trying to lure him to bring him on board to become a member of the APC. You really know also that this PDP and Enugu State and Bayelsa State, they are traditional PDP states, and that was why
just like what happened in Delta.
Yes,
Delta had never had at no time had someone from the opposition party. It has always been a PDP state. And before your man went back on his property,
you are now calling him my man. Anyway, our man, let me just change you to man. But more so, this even don't forget when Jonathan endorsed him, he was able to say yes. Who wouldn't win election when a former president endorsed him? That was when he was coming to become his second term. Don't forget the issue, the drama of Lion, then the APC deputy governorship candidate then who won the election. That there were a lot of trying to force them. Yeah, trying to what do I call it? Prepare the stadium. In fact, he was rehearsing march past according to journalists to say this is how I will salute, this is how I will do this. And at the end of the day,
days to the inauguration,
at the end of the day, he was removed from power. So sometimes I really don't know if the politicians are really telling us the real truth. What I mean, the real truth.
The issue right now is for me is that for David is that what happens to his godfather or his predecessor? Because we know how that man worked hard to make sure he's there. What's the former governor again? That's now a senator.
Seraki Dixon.
Thank you. How he worked hard to make him the governor. So as much as we don't condone godfatherism, but we know all those elements are still there. You understand? We can see what's happening with your pastor and his predecessor right
No,
now.
that man cannot be my pastor. I have a pastor, my brother. That can't be my pastor.
So you are denying your governor?
No, you say he's my governor, yes.
But
But when you say he's not my pastor,
he's also a pastor.
in fact,
so
not,
we can see what is happening between him and his predecessor, of which you can say that man really, former governor Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yes, played the key role making the governor and all that. So for David, I don't know how his relationship with Dixon will be like at this point in time. I don't know if he was the one that advised him to join the APC. For me, when I saw that story before everything actualized, we spoke about this last week when we started hearing the rumors that the Bayelsa State, Enugu and Bayelsa State governors, in fact, including this state, Taraba State. So we are waiting to see. Two has come to pass. We are waiting for the third one, if it will happen. So when we heard that story, for me, I was quite perplexed or so surprised because I don't know where this thing is coming from. Because the Bayelsa State governor, I don't see why he should be joining the APC in any way. And also looking at the connection, like Dixon is a major stakeholder in the PDP. I don't know how it stands right now, but we know how he really played the game. In fact, when the whole what is it called, Akpabio and this lady, this Natasha issue, he was the one that came out and spoke on behalf of the PDP senators in the House for Natasha. So I don't know how all this snowball to where we found ourselves.
I really think one thing also some people seems to be saying is they like the running mates of Atiku Abubakar, Ifeanyi Okowa. They said since this person that one of the people that's John, he has landed well in the APC and he has tested maybe the APC shawarma and the juice and cucumber. So that is why he said, come over and test. So these are the issues. But subsequently, one of the biggest mistakes for me looking at PDP is Atiku Abubakar making Ifeanyi Okowa his running mate. Because he didn't preempt that this thing will happen. How can your running mate now
let's
be
look at
a full-fledged member of the APC?
For those who follow this and believe Kolo will support me on this, we know how Atiku has been running for presidential election from, I don't know, when, God knows when. No, I'm not even including 93, right? I'm talking about even the 2000s to, I'm not even talking about 93, from 2000 to now and all that. For 99, he was running for governor before he was called upon to, so he was not, but I'm talking about since he started contesting for presidential seat. We know how it has been for him. Probably has spent a lot of money. A lot of people, those who are close, understand that it was based on the money factor. Do you understand? That made him to bring in Okowa as his running mate. Okowa was the governor of Delta State at the time. And when you talk about Delta State, they have the revenue, one of the richest states in the country. So the money was pumping in for the political moves and all that. So that was one of the major reasons. But for Wike, yes, talking about himself and Wike, because at the point in time, Wike too was in the picture. For Wike, I think we read that some persons advised him not to take Wike along due to the belief that Wike could usurp his authority along the line. They thought.
No, look at how they presented it. So that depending on how people got the news, according to, in fact, I'll use the words of Ruben Abati that Atiku Abubakar